Have you ever gazed upon someone who appears to possess it all, the perfect grades, the high-paying job, the immaculate social media presence, and pondered why they often seem to be the most stressed-out soul in the room? It's a curious paradox, isn't it? Why do those who look the most successful often feel like the grandest failures? The answer lies within a trap we've been conditioned to call perfectionism. But let me share a revelation. Perfectionism isn't truly about excelling at your craft. It's not merely about high standards or a passion for excellence. No, it's a profound fear. It's an overwhelming terror of being bad. When you find yourself in this mindset, you're not a master of your art. You're a prisoner to your own success. You're not striving to achieve something magnificent. Instead, you're laboring to dodge that disapproving glance from a parent, a boss, or even your own inner critic. Your life transforms into an unending report card where a single B- feels like a calamity. But here comes the grand revelation, the cosmic thigh slapper that some experts might say. This fixation on perfection actually hinders your performance. In the realm of reality, success beckons you to take risks, to embrace the messiness of life, and to adapt. Perfectionism, however, does the exact opposite. It paralyzes you. It's that handbrake on your potential that you've mistakenly believed to be the gas pedal. Today, we shall delve into why chasing perfection is the swiftest route to failure, and how you can finally shatter this cycle. Where does this cycle truly begin? Most people believe that you're simply born with a type A personality, but oh how mistaken they are. Experts have discovered that perfectionists are made, not born. It often starts in what we call a hothouse home. Imagine, if you will, a greenhouse. Yes, a greenhouse where the temperature is cranked up high, forcing the plants to grow at a frenetic pace, faster than nature intended. In such a hothouse home, the pressure to achieve is absolutely rampant. But here's the twist. This pressure isn't typically coming from mean or bad parents. No. In fact, it often stems from parents who are deeply unsettled by the whirlwind of change in the world around them. These parents begin to seek their own status through the performance of their children. When their child triumphs winning that coveted trophy or earning that shining AO, the pride they feel. But when the child stumbles, when failure strikes, it feels as if they themselves have failed. And thus, the cycle continues, spiraling into a relentless quest for perfection. In the quiet corners of our existence, there lies a perilous dynamic, a shadowy specter known as conditional love. It creeps in subtly, like a whisper in the wind, the raised eyebrow effect. It manifests in the way a parent's warmth, their enthusiasm, their very attention is only bestowed upon a child when they achieve something, when they shine. Oh, but the child, so innocent, so perceptive, picks up on this truth almost immediately. They learn a heart-wrenching lesson that echoes in their soul. My worth as a human being hinges on my accomplishments. I am only deserving of love when I succeed. As time flows on, the parent need not even be present anymore. No, the child internalizes that critical voice, that relentless whisper of doubt. Any mistake, no matter how trivial, becomes a heavy weight, a reminder that they are somehow inadequate, unworthy. They're not merely striving for good grades, they are in essence performing for their very right to be valued, to be loved. And in this tragic dance, the cycle continues, a never-ending quest for affirmation, forever chasing the elusive shadow of worthiness. Some say that perfectionism is a crime against humanity. Dramatic, isn't it? Yet let's pause for a moment and reflect on what truly makes us human. It's our extraordinary ability to adapt, to bend and weave through the ever-changing tapestry of life. We flourish when we embrace flexibility, curiosity, and the beautiful chaos of the unknown. But perfectionism? Oh, it does just the opposite. It rigidifies us, turning us into mere statues, frozen in time as the world rushes by at a dizzying pace. When fear of mistakes grips your heart, you can't pivot, can't experiment, and certainly can't innovate. You become a slave to success, trapped in a monotonous cycle of only doing what you know you can execute flawlessly. This is where we encounter the loss of play. True learning thrives on playfulness, the delightful freedom to stumble, to err, and to discover what lies beyond. Yet when you're shackled to the report card of life, you cease to play, you cease to explore, so consumed by protecting your ego and maintaining your pristine record, you halt the wondrous process of absorbing new knowledge. In the quiet corners of our minds, there lies a perilous thing we call the skill gap. Picture this. You're a brilliant math student, shining like a star, yet when it comes to writing, you feel merely okay. Oh, how tempting it is to shy away from those writing classes. The very thought of critique or, heaven forbid, receiving a B sends shivers down your spine. But here's the tragedy, my friends. By dodging those tasks where we aren't naturally perfect, we miss out on developing the essential skills we need to truly navigate the world's skills like communication and emotional regulation. Yes, we may find ourselves clutching a high GPA, but alas, we end up with a toolbox so small it can barely fit the key to life itself. Now, let us embark on a journey into the intriguing realm of the Perfection Paradox. Scientific evidence reveals that the relentless pursuit of perfection can actually hinder your performance. Yes, it all hinges on the way our brains manage stress. We possess a treasure known as working memory. Imagine it as the RAM of your mind, a precious mental space where we tackle challenging math equations or weave intricate arguments. Yet, when perfectionism takes hold, our brains become relentless sentinels, perpetually scanning for mistakes and anxieties about others' judgments. This anxiety, oh dear friends, acts like a, quote, memory thief, stealthily hijacking our mental RAM. It leaves us with diminished processing power for the task at hand. This is precisely why we witness the phenomenon known as choking under pressure. Ironically, it is often the brightest students, the very ones blessed with immense mental capacity, who find themselves frozen in the moment. Their minds, tangled in the web of fear and self-doubt, become so preoccupied with the dread of making a mistake that they lose sight of the answers they seek. Isn't it a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and anxiety? In a world filled with stories, there lies the tale of the immigrant example. The children of first-generation immigrants, arriving with little more than hope and determination. These young souls, unburdened by the privileges of others, face the world without the safety net of parents to, quote, clean up their messes or bend the rules in their favor. They must confront failure head-on. They must journey through life on their own, making mistakes, learning, and growing stronger with each misstep. Now, let us compare them to the, quote, fancy kids, those who have been cocooned in comfort, shielded from the harshness of failure their entire lives. While these delicate creatures quiver at the thought of a single bad grade, the children who have faced adversity have forged something immeasurably precious: resilience. In this modern age, it is the ability to adapt, to resourcefully handle life's inevitable messes, that emerges as a far greater harbinger of long-term success than a flawless academic record. For life does not concern itself with your grades. It is far more interested in how you rise when challenges arise. Remember, it's in those moments of struggle that we find our true strength, and that is the essence of the human experience. Let us embark on a journey together, a journey that seeks to break free from the chains of what we might call success slavery. It begins with a simple yet profound shift in our dialogue, how we converse with ourselves, and how we uplift those around us. First, we must learn to praise the effort, not the result. Picture this. If you tell a child or even whisper to yourself, "I'm a genius," after achieving a high score, you've unwittingly locked them in a gilded cage. Why is that? Because the very moment they face a challenge, that thought will transform into, "I guess I'm not a genius anymore," and the desire to give up will loom large. Instead, let us redirect the light. Speak words of encouragement that celebrate the journey. Say, "I'm truly proud of how I connected those two ideas," or "I'm inspired by how I remained focused even when the going got tough." By honoring the hard work, we nurture a mind that embraces challenges, energizing it rather than paralyzing it. Next, we must show our minds that mistakes are not the end. We embark upon what we call the tennis shot experiment. In your next tennis match, or perhaps in a meeting, or even in a casual conversation, intentionally make a small error. Miss a shot on purpose. Say something just a tad awkward. Now observe the magic that unfolds. Does your opponent gaze upon you with disdain? Does the universe itself come to a standstill? Spoiler alert, it does not. You will come to realize that people are often too preoccupied with their own lives to dwell on your minor missteps. Let us delve deep into the profound distinction between excellence and perfection. Excellence is a wondrous journey. It's that exhilarating moment when you achieve a 98% and you exclaim, "Wow, I have learned so much. I feel incredible about what I've accomplished." Yes, it's a celebration of confidence and growth, a dance of progress. Now let's turn our gaze to perfection. How it ensnares us in its obsessive grip. Picture this: you score that same 98%, yet instead of reveling in your triumph, you lose sleep, fretting over the elusive 2% you missed. Perfection blinds us, making us see only the mistakes, no matter how brilliantly we performed. The essence of life is not about having a flawless, sterile record. No. It is about embracing a beautiful mess, a storied tapestry rich with resilience. So, I implore you, stop striving to be a statue and start living fully as the magnificent human beings you are meant to be. In the end, we must embrace a profound truth. Perfectionism is but a shield we wield to guard our hearts. Yet, it transforms into a cage that stifles our growth. The true secret of enduring success, the kind that resonates through time, is not found in the pursuit of flawless beginnings. It lies in how we rise when we stumble. It is the creativity, the passion, and the indomitable spirit that sparkles forth only after a misstep has been taken. In this ever-shifting world, let us remember, our strength does not stem from perfection. Rather, it flourishes in our ability to fall, learn from the lessons, and rise again, adorned with a smile that lights the way. For today, I present to you a most profound challenge. Reflect upon your life and pose this question to your very soul. What is one thing I've been avoiding, be it a cherished hobby, an important project, or a long overdue conversation, merely because I am gripped by the fear of being bad at it? Now, whatever that elusive thing may be, I implore you, go forth and do it today. Not in the pursuit of perfection, nor for the sake of accolades, but simply to experience it. Embrace the delightful chaos. Welcome the insights that come your way, and grant yourself the glorious permission to be a novice once more. The instant you release the relentless grasp of perfection is precisely when you begin your magnificent journey towards greatness. Thank you. Thank you for gracing me with your time today.